pronunciation. What we are simply saying is that in English language, when we talk, well, we cannot do stress without understanding what a syllable is. And we are saying that a syllable is a word or a part in which words are broken into. Another way you can look at syllable is that it can also be seen as a part or unit of what? Pronunciation. That means every word in English language can be divided into what? A syllable. Every word in English language come in what? In form of what? A syllable. And that brings us to the next aspect of our lesson, that is types. Types of syllable. We have number one, we have what is known as the monosyllabic words, that is words of one syllable. Example, we have the word man, boy, girl, come, etc. Number two, we have the word bisyllabic or disyllabic words. That is words of two. Let's take note of that. Two syllable. Words of two syllables. Examples. We have the word market, student, teacher, etc. And then lastly, we have what is known as three. Polysyllabic words. That is words of three syllables and above. Examples, we have words like television. Well, if you use your hand to count, you discover that this is how many syllables? 4. Television, 4. Number two, we have condition. How many? 3. Word of what? 3 syllable. Number 3 example, we have words like electricity. If you count, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like we said, the polysyllabic words are actually these words of 3 or more syllables, as can be seen by the example illustrated here on the board. In stressing bisyllabic words, if the part of speech of the said word is either a noun or adjective, it is the first syllable that receives the stress. Hence, when writing, we have to write that syllable in capital letter. But if the said word is a verb, it is the second syllable that will be stressed. Hence, the second syllable will be written in capital letter, as we are going to illustrate on the board. Example, the word woman is actually a noun, and that is why the wo is the syllable that is what? That is stressed. 2, we have the word teacher. Because it's also a noun, It is the T, which is the first syllable, that is stressed. We also move to the word spacious. Spacious. Spacious is actually an adjective. That is why it is the first syllable, spa, that is what? That is stress. Then let's also see how we can stress a word of two syllables that is actually what? A verb. Example. The word depend. As you can see, the stress has moved from the first syllable into what? The second syllable. Just in line with the earlier explanation I gave about stressing a noun and a verb. 2. We have the word reject. Reject. In reject, it is the jet that actually receives the primary stress. There are some words in English language that actually have dual functionality. What do I mean by this? The same word can actually function as a noun, and it can equally function as what? As a verb. If such word function as what? As a noun, automatically it's the first syllable that will be stressed, but if such word function as a verb, it is the second syllable of the word that will be stressed. Example. We have here noun. We equally have here verb. Example, we have the word permit. Permit. Permit can function as a noun, and permit can equally be seen as what? As a verb. Hence, you notice there's change in the word, the stress positioning. 2, we have the word transfer. Transfer. Also have it here. Transfer. You notice there's shifting in this stress positioning. And having said all this, let's go into one of the things that actually can cause problem to students when answering question on stress pattern. But I've come up with a little simple rule that can actually guide you as a student preparing for SSE. And I tag the next subheading, rules of stressing polysyllabic words. First, let's take note of this. First syllable of words that end in PH. 2, words that end in ILE. Words that end in ISM. Words that end in TURE. Words that end in TUDE. Words that end in this. Example of such word, we have the word furniture. If you have words that actually end in PH, ILE, ISM, TURE, TUDE, IST, it is the first syllable of such word that will be what? Stress. So you notice that the word furniture, the last syllable is actually T-U-R-E. So automatically, because the rule says you should stress the first syllable, and of course this word is actually a word of what, 3 syllable. So automatically it is the first syllable, which is fair, that receives the primary stress. Example 2, we also have words like sig, nature. We have words like communism. Communism. We have words like crawl, kill, thou. We have words like nationalist, etc. Now, please bear it in mind that there is no absolute rule in English language. To every rule, there is what? An exception. Now, your dictionary will do you well by guiding you properly to note the exception, even in the statement we have made above. Number 2, the rule says stress the second to the last. Remember, let's note second to the last syllable of words that end in C-I-N-T. Where's that end in I-C? Where's that end in I-A-L? Where's that end in I-A-N? Where's that end in I-O-N? Where's that end in I-C-S? Where's that end in I-U-M? Where's that end in O-R? Where's that end in A-N-T? Where's that end in E-N-T? Where's that end in E-N-C-E? Examples. We have words like sufficient. That means, okay, sufficient. We have efficient. What do we mean by this? That means we are to stress second to the last syllable of words that end in this category of letters that we have mentioned. That is to say, if the word is 2 syllabic word, we automatically stress the first syllable. If the word is 3 syllabic word, we automatically stress where? The second syllable. If the word is actually four words of 4 syllable, we stress what? The third syllable, like that, and like that. And that is why in the word sufficient, it is the fee that is what? Stress. Example 2, words like economy, it is the n that is stressed. Words like television, of course, it is the V that will be stressed. Words like electrician, we have E, tree, shan. I'm sure you can follow like that, and you can think of words that can actually fall in this category. And like I said earlier, even with this rule, there are also what? Exceptions. Rule 3, stress the third, please let's take note of this, the third to the last syllable of words that end in, we have this category ATE, IATE, IZE or ISE. We have IBLE, we have FY, we have TY, we have AL, we have ICAL, we have CY, and we equally have ORY. Examples. We have words like educate, educate. 2, we have words like motivate. We have words like photo, sin, cis, photosynthesis, etc. Now, what do we mean by this rule? That means if the word is word of 3 syllables, we are automatically to stress which syllable? The first syllable. If the word is actually word of what? 4 syllables, we are to stress what? The second syllable, as the case may be. Like I said earlier, none of this rule is actually very, very what? Absolute. To every rule, there are what? Exceptions to each, to all of them. So you can do yourself a favor by using dictionary to also guide yourself and help yourself in applying each of these rules. Now let's see how we can actually apply this in answering our SSC question. The instruction is often this way. In each of the following questions, the main or primary stress is indicated by writing the syllable on which it occurs in capital letters. And the first example is the word beneficial. See the spelling of the word beneficial. Now, when you look at this word, it is actually the second syllable of this word that will be stressed. So automatically, this is the right way to write this word. Beneficial. So the stress is on the word ni. So the word is pronounced as beneficial. That is the correct way of pronouncing this word, and that is why the stress is on what? The second syllable. Number 2, we have the word reduplicate. 1, 2, we have the word reduplicate. Now, as a way of placing stress in the word reduplicate. It is the pli, that is the third syllables that receives what? The primary stress. So automatically, this is the right way to write this word. Reduplicate. You can see that the stress is on what? The third syllable. I desire that you sit at home and try to apply the rules into revising your SSE past question. Thank you.
You can subscribe to NTA series to watch or download past episodes of revision classes on television. That's the much we can take on the program today. Do join us next time for another educating session.
I never get this kind of thing, or I hear it.
Somebody called me that there is a form that people are filling. I should go and fill.
Then I went there, she gave me one, I filled the form.
We are 3 in number, they working together. We got form from federal government.
After 2 weeks, I received a lot of 30,000 naira from federal government.
I used the 30,000 naira to buy so many things like equipment.
The money really helped me. The next week, I went to market. I increased my business.
I thank my president who got touched to give us this such amount. I say, may God bless him.
I really thank the government, the federal government, more especially President Muhammad Buhari, because he's the one that signed the money. I am very, very grateful for them.
NTA, you can't beat the rich.
This vaccine is safe and it has been certified safe and usable by NAFTA.
Service of the NTA.
Let's all sing this song. Then it's fun. Here we come. Would you like to Would you like to join the fun bus? Every ride in the fun bus with Tubi and Simi, Berry and Whippy. When the fun bus is around, there's plenty of action and fun. Come and join the fun bus. Let's all sing this song. Then it's fun. Here we come. Would you like to join the fun bus? Join the fun bus. Let's all sing this song. Then it's fun. Here we come. Would you like to join the fun bus?
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Everything is as God wills. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Everything is as God wills. If you can't see, don't blame the blind. Do not say that they cannot see. God just wants them to be like that. Sit with them and play with them. Worship Allah, fear Allah to gain Jannah. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Everything is as God wills. MashaAllah, MashaAllah. Everything is as God wills. If you are rich, don't blame the hungry. Do not say that they do not have. God just wants them to be like that. Share with them and play with them. Worship Allah, fear Allah to gain Jannah.
Hooray! It is the season of love towards humanity. It is that time of the year again when Muslims across the world celebrate the holiest festival in their calendar, known as Eid al-Kabir. Yes, we are excited because we are ready to celebrate with our Muslim friends. It is usually fun because there is always so much to eat, especially the delicious salam meat. Aww, I can see someone's mouth watering already. Our friends can't wait to tell us how they celebrate Eid al-Kabir. Take it away.
Join the fun bus. Let's all sing this song. Then it's fun. Here we come. Would you like to join the fun bus?
Eid al-Kabir is here again. Yippee! You know what? Was set to happen like never before. Eid al-Kabir is one celebration we children of course enjoy the most because there's usually so much to eat, rams are slaughtered and prepared deliciously for everyone. Yes, for everyone. As we eat, drink, and celebrate the season, we must not forget those who don't have. Yes, especially the less privileged. Let's share what we have with them. Please join in the conversation. I am your reporter friend, Adebayo Aisha.
It is time to eat, drink, and meet my family members. It is Kabir means to give out to the needy.
It is time to change to new clothes and shoes. It is time to have fun and play.
Eid al-Kabir means time to slaughter ram and eat meat.
It means it's time to have fun.
We celebrate Eid al-Kabir to remember Allah and His holy prophets.
I traveled to my hometown to kill ram and share with my families and friends.
We go to eat to pray to Almighty Allah. We celebrate Eid al-Kabir by going to the park to have fun.
By eating a lot of meat and drink.
It teaches us to share with our family, friends, and less privileged. One of the lessons of Eid al-Kabir is to give out to the needy.
Obedience to Allah and obedience to my parents.
To be faithful to Allah. Obedience to parents and obedience to Allah.
Obedience.
Eid al-Kabir is a time for us to remind ourselves of the importance of being obedient to Allah, our parents, and everyone around us. It is also a time for us to give out to the poor and needy. But our charity must not end immediately the celebration is over. No. Let the moral lessons of Eid al-Kabir continue to live with us. Let's continue to pray for one another, be obedient and respectful at all times.
It's time to play, it's time for fun, playing and sharing with my friends. It's time to play, it's time for fun, playing and sharing. The colors come brighter, the game's more funny. If you have someone to share with, it's time to play, my friends. It's time to play, it's time for fun, playing and sharing with my friends. It's time to play, it's time for fun, playing and sharing. So, then it's fun, here we come, would you like to join us?
Oh, well. Different people with the different ways they celebrate. Nice. Very nice. We have an interesting story for you on Eid al-Kabir. You don't want to miss it, friends. Enjoy.
Let's all sing this song. Then it's fun. Here we come. Would you like to join the fun bus?
Long, long time ago, about 4,000 years ago, there lived the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam and his son Ismail alayhi salatu wasalam. It was gracious, tender-hearted, and pure in faith. His family lived in a beautiful valley, which is now known as Mecca. Allah wanted to test Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam's faith. One night, Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam dreamt that he was sacrificing his son. This was an order from his Lord. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam told his son about the dream. Ismail, being a brave boy, was ready to obey the command of Allah who had created him. So, without hesitating, he said to his father, "Do what you commanded, Father. God's willing, you find me one of the steadfast." Ibrahim laid his son on the ground and blindfolded him with an handkerchief so that he could not see his son while carrying out the Lord's command. Alas, Ibrahim took a knife to slaughter his son, but Allah sent down angel Jibril down with a ram. Ibrahim was very happy that he did not have to slaughter his son because he loved him so much. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam slaughtered the ram and they had a very big celebration. Friends, this is why Muslims all over the world celebrate Eid al-Kabir.
So, then it's fun. Here we come. Would you like to join the fun?
That was very interesting. In line with that story, we have an Islamic scholar in the house to throw more light on what Eid al-Kabir is about.
Join the fun bus. Let's all sing this song. Then it's fun. Here we come. Would you like to join the fun bus?
Hello friends, I am your correspondent on this segment. My name is Okni Mutair. Let's take this break. We'll be right back.
Fun Bus is a production of NTA Educational Television. NTA Educational Television, promoting learning.
Hello sir, it's nice to have you here with us sir. Can you please introduce yourself to our friends at home?
Assalamu alaikum, friends and viewers at home. I am Barrister Abdulaziz Agara. I'm your guest today on this segment.
It's the season of Eid al-Kabir. I want you to tell us, why do you really celebrate Eid al-Kabir?
You see, the reason why we celebrate Eid al-Adha itself, if we are to define it, it means the festival of sacrifice. It's a practice as laid down by Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, the one called Prophet Abraham. And the tradition was encouraged by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, the festival of sacrifice is to remember the sacrifice of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. He begged Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for a pious child, and Allah gave him a son. After a while, Allah ordered him to sacrifice his only son. Now, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam did not question Allah. He didn't say, why? But Allah, he's my only son. He obeyed Allah. He was ready to make that supreme sacrifice. But while he was about carrying out that injunction, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him to stop. And Allah replaced it, his son, with a ram. Now, it is that tradition that has been handed over to us by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, every last month in the Islamic calendar, the Hijjah, we celebrate the first 13 days. We celebrate this feast of sacrifice.
Wow, interesting. Thank you very much, sir.
You are welcome.
Now, I want you to tell us, what are the lessons of Eid al-Kabir for children?
The lessons we learn from this great event that happened to Prophet Ibrahim. The first of this lesson is obedience. Obedience even when you know you are not happy with the instructions. Prophet Ibrahim could have said, oh Allah, I cannot do this. It is too hard on me, my only son. But he never said that. Rather, he obeyed the commandments of Allah. And that is why, because of that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made a promise that we will never forget what you have done today. This exemplary obedience that you have displayed, we would honor you with this. And that is why that tradition had continued till date. Another lesson we can say we would derive from the story of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam is that of sacrifice. Sacrificing what you love most. So you see, we have two lessons, obedience and sacrifice. So those are primarily the lessons we learn from Eid al-Adha.
Thank you, sir. Can you please say a prayer for our beloved country, Nigeria?
Oh Allah, guide our leaders. Oh Allah, guide our leaders. Oh Allah, guide our leaders. Oh Allah, bless our country, Nigeria. Oh Allah, bless our country, Nigeria. Oh Allah, bless our country, Nigeria. Oh Allah, forgive us for whatever sins we must have committed. Oh Allah, make easy our source of livelihood. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. Oh Allah, grant us safety and security. Oh Allah, grant us safety and security. يا من سلم النبي إبراهيم من نار نمرود سلمنا يا الله من كل فزع والحزن والهم وغم والدور والشر والفقر والمرض ومن كل ذي الشر ومن جميع مصاحب الدنيا والآخرة يا أرحم الراحمين. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله يا رب العالمين.
Wow, thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure.
You're welcome. I've really enjoyed this time out with you.
Alhamdulillah.
Thanks for telling us so much about Eid al-Kabir. I'm glad because I'll have a lot to tell my friend about Eid al-Kabir. Don't forget we have to do this again next year. Okay, friend. See you again. Love you all. Bye.
MashaAllah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Would you like to join the fun?
Thank you, dear friend. Should we enjoy another song? Of course we should. Let's enjoy this.
Young Muslims, Learn how to be kind. When you have many things, share with your family. Give it to your other friends. Remember the poor people. Share with them what you have. Jesus says, Muhammad says, and paradise will be for you. And paradise will be for you. Young Muslims, learn how to be kind. When you have many things, share with your family. Give it to your other friends. Remember the poor people. Share with them what you have. Jesus says, Muhammad says, and paradise will be for you. And paradise will be for you. Learning is fun. Here we come. Would you like to join the fun?
Okay, we are sure having fun. It's time to send out our heartwarming wishes at a season like this. Come on.
My name is Shakira. As we celebrated the Kabir, I wish that peace and unity reign in Nigeria, and I wish that all tribes and religious groups we have in Nigeria learn to tolerate each other more. Thank you. Barika de Salah.
My name is Fasima. As we celebrate the Kabir, I wish there should be good governance and improvement in security in Nigeria.
As we celebrate Eid al-Kabir, I wish my beloved country, Nigeria, peace, unity, harmony, and justice. Barika de Salah.
My name is Sonia. Barika de Salah.
My name is Alima. I wish all Nigerian Muslims many more years to come. Barika de Salah.
Join us, let's all sing this song. Learning is fun, here we come. Would you like to join the fun ball?
5 chicken, 4 kitchen, 5 chicken, 4 chicken, 5 chicken, 4 kitchen, 5 kitchen, 4 chicken.
5 chicken, 4 chicken, 5 chicken, 4 chicken, 5 chicken, 4 chicken, 5 kitchen, 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 4 chicken.
5 chicken, 4 chicken, 5 kitchen, 4 chicken, 5 chicken, 4 chicken, 5 kitchen, 4 chicken, 5 kitchen, 4 chicken, 5 chicken, 4 chickens, 5 chicken, 4 chickens, 5 chicken, 4 chickens, 5 chicken, 4 chickens, 5 chicken,
5 kitchen, 4 chicken, 5 kitchen, 4 chicken, 5 kitchen, 4 chicken, 5 kitchen, 4 chicken, 5 kitchen, 4 chicken, 5 kitchen, 4 chicken, 5 kitchen, 4 kitchen, 5 kitchen, 4 chicken, 5 kitchen, 5 chickens, 4 chickens, 5 chickens, 4 chickens, 5 chickens, 4 chickens, 5 kitchen, 4 kitchen.
Let's all sing this song. Learning is fun, here we come. Would you like to join the fun ball?
MERRIMENT, merriment. MEARYMENT, merriment.
MERRIMENT, merriment.
MERRIMENT, merriment.
MERRIMENT, merriment.
MERRIMENT, merriment.
Come on, it's your program, Fun Bus from NTA ETV.
Learning is fun, here we come. Would you like to join the fun?
My name is Rabia Tiako. I am here to talk about Ekuru. What is Ekuru? Ekuru is a native meal to the Yoruba people in Nigeria. It is usually prepared with peeled beans, which is made from peeled black-eyed peas. However, unlike moi-moi, which is mixed with pepper and other ingredients before steaming, Ekuru is wrapped up in leaves or tin cans and steamed. It is served with fried pepper stew and assorted meat. Some people enjoy the meal with fermented maize pudding, ogi or eko.
It's time to play, it's time for fun, playing and sharing with my friends. It's time to play, it's time for fun, playing and sharing. The colors come brighter, the game's more funny. If you have someone to share with, it's time to play, my friends. It's time to play, it's time for fun, playing and sharing with my friends. It's time to play, it's time for fun, playing and sharing. So, then it's fun, here we come, would you like to join us?
This was a fun-filled package. I am glad you are a part of it. To my Muslim friends, I love you all and I hope we all enjoy this season of love towards humanity in peace and unity. Don't eat too much and don't drink too much. Take care of yourselves and see you soon. Bye!
Let's all sing this song. Then it's fun. Here we come. Would you like to join the fun bus? It's time for a ride in the fun bus. Wherever you are, whatever you are doing, make sure you're around. There's plenty to be done. Come and join the fun bus. Let's all sing this song. Letting is fun. Here we come. Would you like to join the fun bus?
This vaccine is safe and it has been certified safe and usable by NAFTA.
The act of making something more beautiful by adding ornaments to it is also known as decoration. Today, so many men and women hardly do without decorating their events. They choose the colors and the quality of materials befitting such an event. Invited guests and groups that grace the occasion normally come in their numbers with different attires conforming to the recommended colors. This practice is an indicator of cooperation and solidarity during ceremonies and festive period. The purpose of wearing the dress can be to serve as self-identification with age mates, relations or friends during social occasions such as weddings, funerals or parties. The word Asho in Yoruba means cloth and Ebi denotes family. So, Ashobi can be described as a family cloth usually worn during parties or family ceremonies or occasions. However, others call it anko, and many adopt the white man model, which is uniform.
When it first started, it was just the headgear. All the members wearing the same color. Gradually, today, they have moved down even to the dress and the handbag. Handbag to match and even shoes.
The question then is, how do we practice in our own locality in Benue State?
Because of our association with the outside world, our people are bringing it and introducing it now in Benue State.
They use it in order to make their events colorful. Almost all the Tiv traditional marriages, you see them making black and white ashobi. So for the Ido mass, it's red and black. Then the Igede is blue and black on the traditional marriages, and even on the white weddings, they use black and white.
How do you feel when your event is accentuated with different colorful attires?
So much excited because I will know that at least I have a group, as in people that have identified with me on my day.
I will be so excited, so joyously inside me. I will know that yes, so people, everybody will know that yes, these are so people, he belongs to them, so it makes you happy.
What happens if the guests come with attires whose colors do not correspond with those recommended?
It is not as if it is a must that you must wear ashobi. It's not for everybody. So if the chief celebrant sees somebody who is not into that attire, why will he or she not welcome the person?
There are factors that could make people to disappoint you in that way. Some, it could be that they don't have the money to afford the material given. So it could be that they don't like wearing the same clothes with so many people.
Inasmuch as decoration is aesthetic to an event, people whose attires do not conform with the color of the day should be free to partake in the merry-making or identify with others wearing the same uniform. After all, the essence of attending any party is just to celebrate with others and have a nice time. So, next time you're going out for that occasion, the choice is yours. Stay with the crowd or have your own unique identity.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Freeview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
I never get this kind of thing, or I hear it.
Somebody called me that there is a form that people are filling. I should go and fill.
Then I went there, she gave me one, I filled the form.
We are 3 in number, they working together. We got form from federal government.
After 2 weeks, I received a lot of 30,000 naira from federal government.
I used the 30,000 naira to buy so many things like equipment.
The money really helped me. The next week I went to market. I increased my business.
I thank my president who got touched to give us this such amount. I say may God bless him.
I really thank the government, the federal government, more especially President Muhammad Buhari, because he is the one that signed the money. I am very, very grateful for them.
This is the network service of the NTA.
One of the most important decisions taken by the management of the Department of Petroleum Resources on the January 21, 2021 launch of the National Oil and Gas Excellence Center, NOGEC, was the inclusion of the Oil and Gas Alternative Dispute Resolution Center, ADRC, in the project. Now, this became necessary because of the numerous oil and gas industry litigations pending before various courts in and outside Nigeria. Now, these court cases, you may not believe, have been dragging back the smooth running of this nerve center of the country's economy. So in order to help push the industry to the fast lane, the department came up with the idea of settling most of these cases outside the courts. What a beautiful and noble idea. We'll explain to you further what Alternative Dispute Resolution Center is all about, how the Department of Petroleum Resources came about it, and who can be a part of it after our usual DPR tidbits. I'm Sulaiman. Welcome. Director and Chief Executive Officer, Department of Petroleum Resources, Engineer Seriki Awalu, said that the corruption tag on Nigeria can only be removed while all Nigerians work together to promote transparency. Engineer Awalu made this remark while hosting the top management team of the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, NTA, led by its executive officer, Dr. Orji Ogbenaya Orji, during a strategic engagement session at the National Oil and Gas Excellence Center in Lagos.
The work of NTA, we believe it is not only imperative, it is necessary and is a duty that we need to help to achieve the objective of the agency.
Responding, NATI's Executive Secretary, Dr. Orji, said the purpose of the agency's visit also seek partnership and cooperation and to strengthen its relationship with the department.
We must work closely with DPR in providing reasonable information and data to populate our templates early enough. The Director Technical here, the briefing I had before coming here, that you are very, very much cooperative and have been in good standing. And in terms of quantity, everything about crude production, export, everything, and we provide those information and data.
Engineer Awalu used the visit to make a detailed presentation on crude oil and gas accounting in Nigeria oil and gas industry. Now, both Engineer Awalu and Dr. Orji later made presentation to each other on behalf of their respective organizations. The NTA team then toured some NOGEC facilities directly relevant to its visit. The growth and development of indigenous oil and gas exploration and production companies in Nigeria are the results of a deliberate policy of the federal government to encourage local participation in the industry and move it forward in the right direction. Director and Chief Executive Officer, Department of Petroleum Resources, DPR, Engineer Seriki Awalu disclosed this when the top management of First Exploration and Petroleum Development Company Limited, a leading indigenous independent integrated oil company in the upstream oil and gas sector, paid him an introductory and thank you visit at the NOGEC offices in Lagos. Managing Director, First E&P, Mr. Ademola Adeyemi Bero, expressed the company's appreciation to DPR for allowing it to prove its mettle. He also delivered a special report on his company's developmental activities at OML 35 and 38 to the Department of Petroleum Resources. Production activities in both oil fields are being done in the Abigail Joseph Floating Production Storage and Offloading 274 meters long converted Suezmax trading tanker vessel. It operates with an unmanned conductor-supported platform that's CSP, a novel drilling and development technology deployed in the Niger Delta. Total, a French multinational oil and gas company, has changed its name from Total to Total Energies. Now, the change of name is a sequel to the shareholders' unanimous approval after ordinary and extraordinary meetings.
and the change of the company's name from Total to Total Energies is anchored on the company's strategic transformation into a broad energy company in its identity. In tandem with this name change, Total Energies is adopting a new visual identity. In a statement released by the company, and I quote, "Energy is life. We all need it, and it's a source of progress. So today, to contribute to the sustainable development of the planet facing the climate challenge, we are moving forward together towards new energies." End of quote. Let's take a moment, and when we come back, it will be time for the background report on what the Alternative Dispute Resolution Center is all about. Stay with us.
Over the years, the Department of Petroleum Resources (DPR) has been carrying out its mandate of supervision and regulation of the Nigerian oil and gas industry, the cornerstone of our country's economy. It has built an enviable platform with highly trained manpower to carry out these responsibilities that cut across the value chain of the upstream, midstream, and downstream of the industry. Today, DPR and its leadership is still bringing up new and excellent innovations to see to the optimum performance of the industry, bringing down the cost of production, increasing revenue to government and the population. Our service instruments of licenses, permits and approvals enable business and create opportunities for investors in the Nigerian oil and gas industry. Yes, DPR is here for you. For more information on DPR, please visit our website www.dpr.gov.ng, Instagram at DPR Hotline, telephones +234 1279 0000 and 1903 7150.
Dispute, according to Longman English Dictionary, is a disagreement between two or more people over an issue or issues. Now, it may be a disagreement between two companies or more, or between two countries over property or territory. However, in this background report, we're taking a deep look at what dispute is all about and how it has seriously affected the oil and gas industry in Nigeria, and why DPR set up the Alternative Dispute Resolution Center to resolve most of these cases. The report.
The dictionary definition of dispute is a disagreement between or among people. It may be a dispute amongst companies or between states over a territory. Dispute can also be defined as to question the truth of something or to fight for the lead. Invariably, dispute is as old as mankind, as there have been disputes over issues or for possession of property or properties all through history. A dispute can be between two individuals. The dispute can be over criminal activity and therefore concerns the public as well. This is known as a criminal matter. A civil dispute deals with the specific interests of individuals or entities, like companies or corporations. This type of dispute is often referred to as a private dispute. Civil law covers a range of issues such as negligence, wills and estates, debts, contracts, and family law matters such as divorce, child custody, family property division, and enforcement of support payments. Criminal law matter is the second type of dispute. This involves public interest. Here, society as a whole says that certain conduct is not acceptable and imposes a penalty for individuals who engage in such behavior. Criminal law is broad in scope, from theft through treason to murder and air piracy. In general, criminal offenses are set out in the Criminal Code and federal statutes such as the Drug Control and Substances Act and the Food and Drug Act. Here, the state is concerned and its agencies are called up. The police, the judiciary, and the prisons are involved. In the case of civil disputes, there are three basic types of dispute resolution. They are mediation, arbitration, and litigation. Mediation's goal is for a neutral third party to help disputants come to a consensus on their own. Rather than imposing a solution, a professional mediator works with the conflicting sides to explore the interests underlying their positions. Mediation can be effective at allowing parties to vent their feelings and fully explore their grievances. Hence, working with the parties together and sometimes separately, mediators can try to help the parties arrive at a resolution that is sustainable, voluntary, and non-binding. In arbitration, a neutral third party serves as a judge who is responsible for solving the dispute. The arbitrator listens as each side argues its case and presents relevant evidence, then renders relevant and binding decision. In arbitration also, the disputants can negotiate virtually any aspect of the arbitration process, including whether lawyers will be present at the time and which standards of evidence will be used. Arbitrators hand down decisions that are usually confidential and cannot be appealed. Like mediation, arbitration tends to be much less expensive than litigation. The most familiar type of dispute resolution is civil litigation, which typically involves a defendant facing a plaintiff before either a judge or a judge and jury. The judge or the jury is responsible for weighing the evidence and making a ruling. The information conveyed in hearings and trials usually enters and stays on the public record. Lawyers typically dominate litigation, which often ends in a settlement agreement during the pre-trial period of discovery and preparation. Our focus today is on civil dispute and how it concerns the Nigerian oil and gas industry. In the history of Nigerian oil and gas industry, there have been disputes since its commencement in 1903. If it is not contractual, it is community relations or environmental issues, and in most cases, some of these disputes end up in a court of law and remain there for years. In most cases, these unresolved disputes delay execution of very important projects in the industry, which lead to increase in the cost of the project or projects. The Department of Petroleum Resources therefore chose the alternative dispute resolution and named it the Oil and Gas Dispute Resolution, ADRC, and a center has been set up for it in Lagos. ADRC was established by President Muhammadu Buhari on January 21, 2021. It is one of the centers at the National Oil and Gas Excellence Center, NOGEC, located at number 7 Kofu-Abayomi Street, Victoria Island, Lagos. The center offers arbitration, mediation, and conciliation services to the Nigerian oil and gas industry. The center is established in accordance with the provisions of the Petroleum Act Cap P10LFN 2004, which encourages settlement of disputes by alternative dispute resolution mechanism. It will leverage on the industry's technical experts to provide a fair and balanced resolution of industry-related disputes from an informed position, as well as access to robust data from the National Data Repository, NDR. The center becomes very crucial as more than 43 oil and gas cases are already waiting to be resolved. Alternative Dispute Resolution Center, ADRC, is structured to adequately resolve disputes in a manner consistent with regulatory and economic interest of the industry. It will address suboptimal development of oil and gas assets associated with lingering disputes and attendant consequences of value erosion in terms of national resource growth, global competitiveness, investment attractiveness, and government's take and investors' profitability.
Thanks for that report. I'm not a lawyer, but I can say very clearly that settlement of disputes by mediation will go a long way to fostering a good relationship and at the same time boost investments in any business, not only oil and gas. However, lawyers should not say, I want to take over their business. Certainly, I can't do that. But I now hand you over to Yemi Adoye for the next segment of the program. Over to you, Yemi.
Thank you, Sulaiman. Once again, welcome to this segment of the show, where we take down technical issues in the oil and gas industry right here in Nigeria. And today, we are speaking with Dr. Joseph Tolorunse. He is the head, Legal Strategic Business Unit of the Department of Petroleum Resources, the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Sir, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Straight to the point. What actually is oil and gas alternative dispute resolution? What's it all about? Can you tell us a bit about it?
The Oil and Gas Alternative Dispute Resolution Center is set up to assist the party in resolving their dispute. You know, actually, as the name implies, it has to do with dispute arising from oil and gas operations. Alternative dispute resolution is actually a flexible process, you know, done in a confidential manner. Through a third party who is a mediator, who is neutral, you know, and who assists the parties in resolving the dispute.
So how did the Department of Petroleum Resources come about this ADROC?
Yes, you see, under the Petroleum Act, the licensees are enjoined to explore settlement of their dispute with government through alternative means before resorting to court. Not only that, in the course of the performance of the statutory rules of DPR, we found out that often more than not, parties refer disputes to us for resolution. Even disputes that are not that does not concern DPR are also referred to DPR for settlement.
This ADROC, is it a part of the law that sets up the department?
The law that set up the department could be found in the NNPC Act, but as we all know, the department was excised from NNPC sometimes in 1988, and it becomes the technical arms of the Ministry of Petroleum Resources, and the department's statutory functions and roles are delegated to it by the minister under the Petroleum Act. And like I said, the Petroleum Act provides resolution of disputes through alternative ways of through alternative dispute resolution system.
So who can be part of this?
Well, we really want to leverage on the industry experts. So that is why we have body of neutrals. The body of neutrals composed experts in the field, both within DPR and outside DPR. So those that can be part of this from the industry. It's not only limited to DPR staff. As a matter of fact, there are some DPR staff that are really certified mediators. And out there, we have said that lawyers, engineers, geologists, all professions that are certified, whoever is certified as a mediator, chartered mediator, can participate.
So if we look at it critically, when and how can it be called up in the industry if there's a dispute? Say there's a dispute, what level does that dispute have to get to before we can be referred to the ADRC?
Well, the referral of dispute to ADRC is voluntary. Because it is voluntary, you cannot really compare parties to submit dispute to the oil and gas ADRC. What we are looking at is a situation where parties themselves bring the dispute to ADRC. And we have so many of them referring dispute to ADRC now.
What can you describe as the jurisdiction of the ADRC?
Yeah, the jurisdiction of the ADRC is limited to dispute, especially oil and gas ADRC is limited for now to disputes that relate or that emanate from oil and gas operations.
Okay.
And it's actually, we are looking at the companies that are licensed by DPR. So if there's a dispute between two companies, or even within a particular company, maybe within their shareholders, that may affect smooth operation in the industry, they can bring it to ADRC for resolution. So the dispute that can be referred to the oil and gas industry, ADRC, are dispute emanating from the oil and gas company that are licensed by DPR, or from an individuals or groups that wishes to submit the dispute to ADRC. But mind you, it's not compulsory, it is voluntary.
How do we correlate both the courts and, of course, the ADRC?
Yeah, the ADRC has not taken away the jurisdiction of the courts. The courts maintains its jurisdiction over all matters.
Okay.
Yeah, over all matters. But sometimes this mediation process is born out of the agreement of parties. The parties may say in their contract or by understanding between them that if any dispute arises between them, before we go to court of law, we should explore alternative way of resolving it first.
So because my next question actually is, what happens when a partner in a dispute rejects ADRC decision and opts for the court of law? What then happens?
Yeah, actually, parties, like I said, parties' autonomy is very, very important in ADRC process. Parties' control. You can walk out of ADRC before agreement is reached. But the moment agreement is signed, we have agreed, we have negotiated the dispute, and we have agreed, and it's committed into written form, and you sign, then it becomes binding in the sense that you can enforce it.
Fair enough. So let's bring it home a little bit. If a host community, for instance, brings a dispute that has to do with maybe an oil company, all right, what happens, especially if that dispute is with the state or the federal government, so to speak? How do you manage such a situation?
Yeah, the jurisdiction of the ADRC, we have said it excludes dispute in which the state or the federal government or any of its agencies is involved. So we want to maintain neutrality, we want it to maintain impartiality. So this dispute between, or whenever a state is involved, or the federal government agency, any of them, whenever they're involved, they can bring it to Oil and Gas Dispute Resolution Center. But if it's a dispute between a community and an operator, in which government is not involved, other government agency or any of it is not involved, yes, we can bring it to ADRC.
DPR said for the time being, it will adopt mediation as a means of resolving disputes. What exactly does that statement mean?
What it means is that we recognize the fact that there are other alternative way of resolving disputes amicably. For example, through mediation, arbitration, negotiation, conciliation, and even early neutral evaluation. So, but as a start, we want to start with mediation. Gradually, after we have stabilized and gain momentum on mediation, we can now move to other alternative means like arbitration.
Will lawyers be involved in the DRC dispute resolution?
Yeah, like I said, all professions are involved. Lawyers, engineers, geologists, petroleum engineer, reservoir engineer, as long as you are an expert in the field. And you are certified mediators. Yes, you have a role to play, you can be involved.
Okay. Let's look at the two organs of the ADRC, namely the Advisory Council and the Body of Neutrals.
Okay.
So can you explain what they really are and, the choice of membership?
Okay. The Advisory Council, like the name implies, is the governing body of the ADRC, and its roles are limited to policy directives, giving policy directives to the ADRC. They will also approve the budget of the ADRC. They will set standards for the ADRC and generally advises the ADRC the paths they should follow. And it comprises members of very respectable people in the society who are knowledgeable, who are expert in the field, and who has the pedigree and integrity.
When we talk about conflict resolution of this nature, we look at the area of impartiality. How does ADRC ensure that this does not come up during dispute resolution? Impartiality.
Yeah, if you look at the main requirement, main ingredients of ADRC is that the mediators must be impartial.
Finally, are there fees to be paid when disputes are resolved?
For now, there are no fees to be paid.
So it's free of charge?
It's free of charge for now.
All right, thank you so very much. On that note, we want to wrap up this segment of the show and say thank you to all of you for watching till we come your way again. Well, our time is up, but before I go, I say that disputes settled through mediation and quickly too can enhance not only better business relations, but also in families and amongst partners, less acrimony and friction. Many thanks for being with us. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Service of the NTA.
Why you dey buy fake product? Make you take care.
We have power to prosecute, to go to court. We have power to convict people. Those people who are doing bad, if you let us know, we'll take care of them.
touch, don't touch.
It's fake.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It's bad.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It hurts.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It destroys.
Don't touch, don't touch.
It kills.
You should know where to go. The SON.
Standards Organization of Nigeria uncovers a notorious syndicate that specializes in the production and distribution of substandard lubricants in Lagos. National Assembly lends its voice to the clamor for the Standards Organization of Nigeria to be among agencies of government at the nation's seaports. Hello and welcome to another interesting half-hour public enlightenment program on product quality and safety on Africa's largest television network, the NTA. 6:30 p.m. is our transmission time on Mondays, and I'm glad to have you join us on the program.
I want a situation where in the future, when you see a son person, either in your market or in your shop or on the street, you bring him close to you and say, welcome, come, Bia, let's talk. Because it's your brother, it's your friend. But I cannot be your brother if you don't know I'm interested in protecting you. Like they say, when you were son, with Rando.
Welcome to the world of standard and quality, where we offer you information on product safety and quality. The program is Standard and You.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
Welcome back and thanks for joining us on the program. My name is Ifeyinwa Okonkwo. Did you know that while some genuine manufacturers in the country are taking their time to put together resources and materials to give consumers quality goods, some wicked, unpatriotic individuals are busy sabotaging the efforts of these honest producers by cloning their products for personal gains? Officials of the Standards Organization of Nigeria stormed the hideout of one of such syndicates caught producing substandard lubricants in Lagos. Standard and You was part of that enforcement by the SON. This is number 25 Isoko Street, Sunny Bus Stop, Ojo, Alaba International in Lagos. Nothing on this building indicates that any kind of commercial activity, let alone manufacturing, goes on in this complex. It's purely a residential structure with tenants living in the house. Behind this block of flats is this makeshift factory where this man and his cohorts conduct their illegal production. It's changing color. It was a rude shock, one that caught some of the culprits by surprise when officials of the Standards Organization of Nigeria stormed their hideouts. It was indeed an amazing discovery for officials of the Standards Organization of Nigeria who took time to comb the entire production area. Although they were not caught in the act because they got wind of the agency's visit and took to their heels, officials of SON found a drum of base oil, thousands.
It's a syndicate which specializes in adulteration of lubricants. There are two popular brands of lubricants that are so popular in the market because of the quality and because of the certification and all. And those are the brands that Mr. Emmanuel adulterates. This is where they do it, in these premises. They buy materials, base oil. You can see, at least we have seen 2 drums. They do it in such a way that it will appear like a small scale, but it's a continuous process. And every day they bring out hundreds of cartons to the market. So we trace this place, we monitor them, and then we're able to get them in the act. We have carried the materials that we've seen. We have also carried all the empty cartons of the popular brands, the packaging materials, and all. We are also happy that we've been able to arrest the suspect. We're here with officials of the police, and so we're going to take him, and he's going to tell us, one, he will tell us the source of the materials, because that is complete faking and deception.
These men obviously have been operating illegally in a residential building, exposing innocent Nigerians to the hazards of some of the dangerous chemicals they use in producing substandard lubricants. The agency have been on the trail of perpetrators of this illegal business for quite some time now. According to the coordinator, Surveillance, Intelligence and Monitoring Unit, Issa Suleiman, SON will stop at nothing to fish out other producers of substandard products, especially those who clone popular selling and registered brands in the country.
We have the base oil, we have the cartons, we have the cans, those 1 liter, 5 liter things, you know. And we also saw a particular packaging slip from a company called Sonex Packaging Nigeria Limited. Now, this is very, very important for us because the packaging is such that it will be difficult to differentiate from the genuine with the fake one. And this will also now be part of the investigation by police. We want to know why this company is supplying these products. And also, Mr. Emmanuel will have to tell us the other sources of the materials. This is also a small machine that is used in sealing the product so that it will look like a genuine product. And of course, it's not genuine. So these activities have been going on, and of course, we know the implication of this. We have lots of complaints on machines, you know, because the engine oil is substandard. It doesn't have that lubricating effect. So, the complaints we've been having on vehicles and even industrial machinery, and this is important. And the losses is in billions because we've been receiving complaints, and it's affecting the economy. So this is also economic sabotage.
He advised every well-meaning Nigerians to always provide the agency with useful information that will lead to the arrest of unscrupulous importers and manufacturers.
There is the economic aspect. Your machinery and vehicles and all machines, of course, once you use this product, they don't last. It blows machine, it can cause accident. Because when vehicles malfunction in the way and then, you know, there could be lots of accidents. So there is threat to life, threat to the economy, and also job losses. If you look at those genuine companies that employ thousands of Nigerians, and then these are the kind of activities that actually put them out of the market. And we know what the effect of. In fact, we can even link it to insecurity in Nigeria. Because a lot of these youths that go about doing a lot of illegal activities, killings and all that, the common question or the common excuses they give is that there are no jobs. So, and these are the kind of people that do not allow our economy, our companies to remain in production. And buyers these days are not even sure of what they are buying. Yeah, because it looks like the genuine product, but it's not genuine.
The agency arrested Mr. Chizoba Emmanuel and evacuated all items found in the building. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. The Chairman House Committee on Industry, Dolapo Baju, has expressed concern over the continued absence of the Standards Organization of Nigeria at the nation's seaport and land borders. He describes the development as a disturbing trend with adverse implications on the nation's economy. The chairman was speaking during an oversight by the House Committee on Industry to the agency's world-class laboratory in Lagos. Standard & New was there.
The war against fake and substandard products has been ongoing for decades. It's a global problem that nations all over the world have continued to evolve strategies to check the distribution of these bad products in their respective countries. In Nigeria, the Standards Organization of Nigeria is at the forefront of the war to combat these menaces. These fake products find their ways into the country despite efforts by the SON to check their influx into Nigeria. Over the years, many in the country have often blamed the SON for not doing enough in this regard. The truth, however, is that not many Nigerians are aware that the agency is not at the borders and the seaports to monitor these bad products and establish their quality before they are allowed into Nigeria.
The constraint we have is obvious. We have no access. If we have access, there is no way we will leave about 100 containers to slip through our fingers. This is not just one container, ladies and gentlemen. It's at least 100 plus containers somehow find their way out of the ports and into our society. Now, if you can imagine if there is another 10 or 15 of these stores around the country, you're looking about more than 2,000 containers slipping through unnoticed.
Worried by these ugly developments that is fast making Nigeria a dumping ground for fake, substandard, adulterated and unwholesome products, the chairman, House Committee on Industry, frowned at SON's absence at the ports.
It is unthinkable that iron rods, tires, gas cylinders, generators, and so many other things are being imported into this country. And Standard Organization of Nigeria is being prevented from being at the ports to certify to the standards of whatever has been imported into this country. So sad. The National Assembly has risen up and sent a resolution, strongly worded and backed up by a resolution of the House, and I'm sure the Senate also, but nothing has been done, which means we don't understand what is happening. So sad. So since then, up till now, there has been thousands and thousands and thousands of avoidable deaths. If standard organizations can be told to be trying to look at whatever is coming in on a screen, can a screen determine the standard of a product? It's physical examination, and it is in the law. It is in the act that sets up SON. We will on our own start all over again and go through this process again. And this time, we will definitely involve the leadership of the National Assembly, because avoidable deaths, you can imagine trailer loads or container loads of so-called brand new tires. If you have a brand new tire and you can stuff 3 tires into one, I wonder how you can just tell about the quality of such tires. A tire is supposed to be so firm that, it should go onto the rim straight up. But once you can now stuff another tire into another and another into another, that means it's a recipe for disaster.
The overwhelming prevalence of these bad products in the country, he stressed, if not checked, will destroy the nation's economy, especially Nigeria's industrial sector.
You cannot hold SON when SON is telling you that, okay, those ones that are being manufactured in Nigeria, they have a grip of it. But hey, 90% or 80% of these products come in through the ports because they come in cheaper than this one that is produced here because they are substandard. And they are labeled as made in Europe, made in England, and whereas they are not made there. But they find it easier to import them rather than manufacture them here. And people who are on the streets don't know the difference, so they just find the cheaper one and buy. So this is where it comes in very sad. And whether it is a product that you eat that now spoils your heart, spoils your liver. There are so many different things. Whether it's the substandard iron rods that now you build with it and the house collapses, we must make sure we address until we get to the root of the matter.
According to him, Nigeria must emulate other progressive nations of the world where goods are subjected to proper quality and physical checks by their country's standard bodies before they are distributed. The SON, he affirmed, has the necessary quality infrastructure to perform this function, going by the increasing numbers of modern and equipped laboratories across the country. And obviously impressed members of the House Committee on Industry who took a tour of the facility, urged Nigerians, especially operators of small and medium enterprises, to take advantage of the services of the SON to produce goods of acceptable standard that can compete favorably with imported ones. For the Director General of the SON, Malam Farouk Salim, the establishment and upgrade of critical infrastructure like the laboratories is a conscious effort by the government to promote industrial growth, boost exports and ensure that consumers get value for money.
Because we recently signed African Free Trade Act, and that act means, in simple terms, that any African country can manufacture, export into our country any goods that is certified by their own country to be good. So our industries right now, as we speak, are at a very big disadvantage because they cannot export to Niger, but Niger can export to Nigeria. The reason being, we don't have enough capacity to not only to monitor them and test them and certify them, we need even more capacity to make sure we train the small-scale industries in this country. In that light, we have signed a lot of MOUs with several governors and ministries of various states to be able to help MSMEs on how to package, label, and manufacture their products. And we certified them. That way, if something as simple as our kilishi has a standard organization sticker on it, can actually be exported to Europe or America without any problems.
Wow, Chief Mike, how are you? Fine. I'm going to Sun office for the certification of my wheat flour.
Oh no, things have changed. Sun has simplified all its activities. You could have even stayed back in Kano and process all your papers online. Whoa.
With the efforts of Sun, the products of SMEs can now compete globally. Sun has put in place necessary machineries in support of the growth of SMEs at highly subsidized chase of standards. Meanwhile, to prosecute offenders, all to protect consumers and SMEs. Sun, improving life through standards.
This cylindrical pressure vessel stores clean and efficient cooking gas known as liquefied petroleum gas, LPG. It's majorly used for domestic cooking in many Nigerian homes because it's easy to use, environment-friendly, and cooks fast. However, the LPG cylinder is a life-endangering product which must be handled with utmost care. I'm pleased to tell you I'll be sharing 5 standard tips on the LPG cylinder right after responding to your messages. My name is Halimot Osifo. Welcome. Valentine from Kaduna says, I bought an ox fan and what is in the body of the carton is not what is inside. It is completely plastic and not up to a year, it's already broken. Please kindly report to SON's Kaduna State Office at number 44 Kachia Road, Kaduna. Go there with your proof of purchase as well as the product. We'll take it up from there. Tony from Port Harcourt says, I'm tired of buying extension sockets and bulbs in Nigeria. Market surveillance on substandard products is ongoing, and the Standards Organization of Nigeria is not relenting in ensuring quality and safety of these products. Olusoya Femi says, well done to your great services to Nigerians. Thanks, Femi. We hope to serve you better. Anonymous message from Akwa Ibom says, please, how do I get information about SON? Thanks for reaching out to us. For more information about SON services and state offices, please check www.son.gov.ng. Chichi from Edo says, I like your show. Thanks, Chichi. It's nice to hear from you. Now to 5 standard tips on LPG cylinder. Say no to fairly used cylinders. Buy brand new cylinders that carry SON certification marks from reputable stores. Be alert. LPG cylinders expire 15 years after manufacture. Always keep and transport your cylinders in an upright position in a well-ventilated space. Turn off regulator and valve when not in use. When there is a gas leakage, open the windows and doors to disperse the gas and do not operate any electrical switches, appliances or equipment in the kitchen. There you have it, 5 standard tips on LPG cylinder. And that concludes this week's episode of your favorite public sensitization program, Standard and You. Keep your messages coming in with your full name and number. You can watch the program online at youtube.com/Standard and You. Don't just view, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. From the entire production, and as always, buy original, sell authentic, and use only the best.
Why you dey buy fake product, Make you dey careful, no go damage your life. You've got one life to live.
Buy original.
You should know where to go. The SO.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Freeview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
Agebenu Omoha is a graduate of Benue State Polytechnic, Ubokolo, from the Department of Graphic Art. He is very passionate about his work and has made it a point of duty to add value to young and aspiring artists. He goes from school to teach different aspects of art expression.
This batik is being produced. The batik you see people wear, like the Yorubas and the Cameroonians wear most of the time, how they produce them. This is the processes on how they go about it. Like what you can see here are the materials. This is the one we melted. The reason why we melt this one is because there are some places you don't want a dye to absorb on the fabric. So you apply the wax on the fabric to make sure that the dye don't penetrate that place. That is the reason why we use the candle wax. As for the rest, they go together, but the candle wax stands alone. And for the brush you are seeing here, you can use the brush to use in making designs on the fabric. I'll spray the fabric and then we'll begin to apply the candle wax on the fabric. To dry for about 5 minutes, and then we'll prepare the dye stuff before we can dye it. Now this is the warm water. So we're going to mix our dye chemicals in before dyeing. You don't have to allow the water to boil very well, because if it boils and it's very hot, when you dip this fabric in it, it will melt the wax away. And then these are the dye stuff. We have two colors, one color, they are both green. So you pour everything in the water. Mix everything in the water. So the next thing you do now is to soak the fabric in the dye stuff that's already prepared. We are now soaking it. You can see the white area. That's the area of the candle wax. The candle did not allow the dye stuff to penetrate. So rinse it in this normal water. The reason why I'm going to rinse it is because of the caustic soda. If you don't rinse it, that caustic soda, if you use it and sew any cloth and then you put it on when the sun becomes very high, you begin to itch your body. So that is the reason why I'm going to rinse it in this normal water.
I never get this kind of thing, or I hear it.
Nínú ẹgbẹ́ la wà tá a ti gbọ́ formation tíjọba tó ń ṣèrànlọ́wọ́ fáwa tailor wọ́n nítorí COVID-19.
Wọ́n ní kí n korúkọ àtàkáǹtì tí mò ń lò so mo kọ sílẹ̀ mo mọ́kàn kúrò mo rò pé ó lè jẹ́rọ́ ni nǹkan tá a wá ṣe.
Ju bí ọ̀sẹ̀ bíi mẹ́ta ẹ̀ lọ tí wọ́n gba àkáǹtì nọ́mbà wa tí wọ́n béèrè ọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ wa yẹn ni wọ́n sẹ́ndì owó sínú àkáǹtì mi.
Ọjọ́ yẹn náà ni mo fi owó kún tí mo dẹ̀ lọ ra fóònù so láti ìgbà yẹn mi ò ní ìṣòro pẹ̀lú àwọn kọ́sítọ́mà mi mọ́.
Kò sẹ́ tó máa gba 30,000 ẹ̀ tí wọ́n fẹ́ materials pátápátá tó yẹ máa ṣiṣẹ́ family àjẹun ìyàwó àtọmọ máa jẹun wọ́n appreciate.
Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ federal government fún nǹkan tó ń ṣe.
I know you can see the excitement on my face right now. It is because it is another exciting episode of Entertainment Gist. Every time I get to do this every weekday on the Nigerian Television Authority Network, and it's always exciting. I'm super excited because I know you're on the other side of the TV screen having a great time with myself. My name is Simeon Sunday, and this is Entertainment Gist. And talking about the gist, we have so many undiluted stories for you today on the show. And talking about undiluted stories, we'll be starting today's gist with Burna Boy. Yes, it seems like Burna Boy is still excited about his Grammy win. We all know his album Twice the Storm won the best global music album at this year's Grammys. And Burna Boy is not slowing down anytime soon as he has started his Grammy tour. Just recently, a video of him surfaced online where he was touring around with his gramophone. And in fact, it's all gold plaque. So cute. And an amazing thing that he did, okay, in the video, we saw him drinking wine from his gramophone. Is that allowed? That gramophone is freaking expensive. Why should you be drinking from your gramophone? Anyway, this is a way of Burna Boy telling Nigerians and the world that yes, I deserve this and this is my award. Away from Burna Boy, now let's talk about the BAFTAs. Yes, the BAFTA Television Award happened just recently, and of course, it was hosted by, let me call him Nigerian. A lot of people are asking, is this guy really Nigerian? Don't worry, he's British Nigerian or Nigerian Briton. Anyway, you want to say it's none of my business. Anyway, this award was hosted by Richard Ayoade, and amazingly, he won an award, the Best Male Comedy Performance at the BAFTA 2021. Let's go check out the highlights of the BAFTAs 2021.
Okay, so the award goes to, can you see that?
Right, the BAFTA goes to Britain's Got Talent Diversity Performance Team inspired by the event 2020.
Voted for us. It means so much. Thank you to everyone that stood by us. Every phone call, text, comment, DM, you guys made the difference to what was a really dark time. Being in the storm of, 30,000 complaints, like just a torrent of like racially charged abuse, threats, all of it. It was a dark time, but that support made the difference. And in a way, I have to say thank you to the people that complained, to the people that did put all of that abuse out there online, because you showed the truth. You showed exactly why this performance in this moment was necessary. But for all of those people, just take a look, because this, as much as there is so many conversations and so much that needs to change, this is what change looks like. And I am so proud to be standing here, so thankful to all of those people. And for me, this is about not representing the minority. It felt like we weren't at the time, but standing here right now, this represents the majority. So thank you all so much. Let's keep having those difficult conversations. Let's keep standing up for what's right, regardless of the colour of our skin, and we will achieve that equality. So guys, thank you so much.
And the BAFTA is awarded.
You do it.
To.
And the BAFTA goes to
Amy Lou Wood.
Sorry, I've had this mask on for... oh my God, thank you so much. We said on our panel thing that we would break it into pieces and share it with everyone, but it's solid, Daisy. It's solid. So I'm going to give you a metaphorical piece to everyone in my category, especially Emma Mackey, who's the best scene partner and best friend, and all our cast members.
And the BAFTA goes to?
I May Destroy You. Yes.
Thank you, BAFTA, for this award, and thank you to the jury for selecting I May Destroy You. A shout out to the other shows in this category, Small Acts, Normal People and Adult Material. Your work is truly inspiring.
So that was the BAFTA Television Awards 2021 highlight. Congratulations to all the winners on the night, and also congratulations to the two Nigerians, talking about Richard as well as Reki. And now let's talk about something else. You're wondering why I am seated. It's because of the nature of the gist I am about bringing to you. I had to take a seat. You know, I wish there was water for me to sip and give you this story, because this is one story that's been trending in Nigeria all through the weekend. This has to do with Toyin Lawani. If you haven't heard about the artist and his muse, then you're in a long thing. You've missed out. Yes, I don't know how you missed out on this gist, but don't worry. Simeon Sunday is here to give you an update on that. So Toyin Lawani apparently got married over the weekend, and it was a star-studded event. You know, when people throw out concerts and made it ticketed, I wish Toyin Lawani had made our wedding ticketed. Man, she would have made good money from the event, because hundreds of celebrities were in attendance. Tiwa Savage was there, Wandeku was there, Sashino Peters performed, yes, at Toyin Lawani's wedding. A lot of celebrities were present at the wedding, the Yoruba industry as well as the English industry. But something actually caught the attention of Nigerians at the wedding. One, Toyin Lawani's husband refused to take off his face mask. In other words, he was still anonymous even on his wedding day. And people have been insinuating a lot of things, saying there's a possibility Toyin Lawani stole the husband. So he has another wife. Nigerians can be very, very terrible with gist, but the main thing is the wedding went on well, and it was really amazing. It was a star-studded event, and you could see the glitz and glam of this event. Congratulations to all, to Toyin Lawani, as she's now officially married. And now, away from that, let's talk about another drama that was trending on social media all week. This one has to do with Tiwa Savage and Seyi. We all know Seyi and Tiwa Savage are not in good terms. They're not in talking terms. This has been on for a couple of years, but the drama took a different turn recently when a video surfaced online showing Tiwa Savage and Seyi having a serious altercation, to the point that it almost got physical at a salon where both of them went to make their hair. I wish I could give you the full gist, but I'll just try to summarize the whole story. But the summary of the entire gist, because we're going to play a clip from it so you get to understand the nature of this drama. The long and short of the whole story is Tiwa Savage confronted Seyi for all the things she has heard Tiwa Savage, Seyi talked about her, both on live television or in different platforms, calling her out alongside Victoria Kimani. The drama started when Seyi claimed she wrote a song for Tiwa Savage, and Tiwa Savage failed to give her credit. And that was how the drama started. When Kiss Daniel started his FU challenge, Seyi jumped on the challenge, insulting Tiwa Savage. Despite all this, Tiwa said nothing about it. But finally, they had an opportunity to see face to face. And this time, now, trust the Yoruba-ness in them. I love dramas like this. Anyway, nothing really happened. They didn't exchange blows, but they did exchange words. And just later, few days after the whole drama, we also saw Seyi vibing to Tiwa Savage's Koroba. And I'm like, is this fight real, or was it being staged, or was this Seyi trying to make peace with Tiwa Savage? But whatever it is, the drama is hot. We're still waiting for more trending gist from the both of them. When the gist arrives, don't worry, I'll be sure to give you right here on Entertainment Gist. And now let's move on to the lighter side of life. We all know Daddy Shoki to be one legendary musician from Ajegule. He has been putting smiles on the face of Nigeria for a couple of years now. And right now, it seems like Daddy Shoki is in a competition with Charlie Boy. So it seems like they're in competition. Charlie Boy is always claiming Youngie, I am very young at heart despite my age. Daddy Shoki is also trying to do the same thing as he trekked from Ojodu to Ajegule. My dear, use your phone, Google the distance from Ojodu to Ajegule, and see how many hours it will take for you to trek there. And he did this in a couple of hours, trying to tell Nigerians that despite the fact that I'm just 51, he's turning 51 in a month from now, I am still strong and agile. Anyway, at my age, I cannot even trek from Garki to Meitama, not to talk of trekking to Ojodu, from Ojodu to Ajegule. Anyway, that is it. It's time for us to go check out the trending music for the week. I'll be right back with more gist. Yeah.